Hello there, and welcome back to Practical Stoicism. Thanks so much for being here. Before we start, I'd like to remind you that if you hate ads and you'd like to get rid of them, you can do so by becoming a subscriber to the premium version of this podcast for just $6 a month. For more information on that, head over to stoicism.supercast.com or check for the link in the show notes below. If supporting a podcast with money isn't your style, no worries, I get it. You can also support Practical Stoicism by reviewing it on Apple Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts, or Podchaser.com. Or by sharing it with friends and family who you think would enjoy it. Today's meditation is the 14th from Book 4 and reads as follows. Hast thou reason? Why then dost thou not use it? For if this does its own work, what else dost thou wish? This week's meditations have all revolved around reason, and I think that's appropriate given the midweek discussion with Kai Whiting, who really challenged us, I think, to be open to discussing difficult things for the sake of exploring all the options and being certain in regards to the solutions we come to by way of our reason and logic. It seems appropriate because this meditation wraps it all up in a nice bow for us by asking us politely, do you have reason? Then why aren't you using it? For the gift or curse of reason is limitless in its utility, and from it will come all things which we need. Develop a virtuous soul and a disciplined reasoning mind, and the outcome must needs be a wonderful life. For with these things you will be unable to see your life as anything other than a wonderful gift. This is a big part of what Stoicism is all about. It's about coming to see your life for what it is, a momentary flash in the cosmic pan, a living thing which is a side effect of how nature works, a cog in a great machine, but a cog that has an ability other cogs do not, the ability to judge the machine and to improve it or degrade it through both careless and intentional actions. It's about realizing the triviality of your existence and providing you with a framework of thinking such that you can find some untrivial and instead meaningfulness in that existence. So what? You're a side effect of nature. What does that have to do with whether or not you should choose to do as the rest of nature does, to work in harmony with its various parts? Why should you lament the objective meaninglessness of your life? Why shouldn't you see it as an opportunity to make this brief experience better for yourself and the world around you ultimately? Stoicism tells us that we achieve a good life by coming into accord with nature, by mimicking it in a way, we could say that, by working with our fellow humans, by getting along, by having a duty and fulfilling it daily, by looking the temporality of our existence dead in the eyes and saying, but this is not the end. This is the now, and I can make decisions in the now to become good and to make the world better, not in rebellion to my mortality, but through respect of it. I have but a blink of time, after which I can do nothing. So let me do something now, and let those things I do be brave and just and wise and temperate and in service to those here with me now and those who will come after me. Stoicism is perhaps the only philosophy that tells us that the mattering of our lives is found in their temporal nature. Nothing matters because one day everything will cease to exist, but at the same time, everything matters because we exist now and others will exist later, and the quality of our living and their living matters while we are both around to live. Thanks for listening to this episode of Practical Stoicism. If you'd like to get rid of ads, get straight to the content, and support this show, you can do so by going to stoicismpod.com and clicking the big orange button in the top right corner of the site. Another way to support the show is to review it on Apple Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts, or Podchaser.com. Whether you choose to support financially or through a review, I appreciate it. Thanks again for tuning in to today's episode, and until next time, take care.